going on, y'all? Welcome to the Was It Good Though podcast, where we discuss, debate, and sometimes argue on movies and TV shows, old and new. I am one of your hosts. My name is Jazz.
And I am Jason. A few house rules before we get into this review. 1, please have fun. 2, please like, share, subscribe. Let your people know, let your friends know what we are doing over here at the Was It Good Though. Number 3, we will be spoiling this review. So if you haven't seen it, stop here and come back after you've seen it. And last and certainly not least, this is not a kid podcast in any way, shape, form, or fashion. So if you want to listen with your children, that is on you. That is not on us. I am here to let you know. Please stop or continue. Let's get to this review.
Happy holidays, people. Yeah, man. Episode 81. This is a Christmas present to you guys. We are together again, making a live episode, but we replace Chris with Crystal. Hello, Crystal. How are you?
I'm good. Happy to be here, as usual. You know, it's always a fun time.
I love that.
Yes, man. And in the holiday mood, hopefully you had a great, safe, and prosperous, giving, loving holiday season. So we wanted to talk about this Christmas. Not this Christmas that you had, but this Christmas, the movie.
But we still care about y'all Christmas.
But do we, though?
Jazz cares. But today, we doing this Christmas. The movie.
Yes. This is a first time watch for me. Some kind of way, almost Christmas got beat out, that's definitely the better holiday movie in my personal.
Oh, we started early.
We are. So, Crystal, okay. you are new to this.
What?
To the holiday Christmas.
Okay, yes, I am.
Got you. So, me and Jazz, we talked about our favorite songs. What are your favorite holiday songs that you have to
Silent Night by The Temptations.
Okay.
All I Want for Christmas is You. Is that the name of the full title? Mariah Carey.
Boo. Okay. Keep
Haters. There's always one.
Mm-hmm.
On the same night, my children look at me. 12 Days of Christmas. Destiny's Child. Love it. It's a fave. Okay. Mary Did You Know by CeeLo. Fire.
Okay. Yep. Never making my Christmas list or playlist. Okay. But I like it.
That was disrespectful.
I like it.
What about Sleigh Ride from TLC? All right, I'm with Jason. This is not making a playlist. No, that's disrespectful what you just did. That's crazy. But we forgive because it's the holiday season.
Thank you so much.
But yes, Jason's first time. Ooh, this is going to be interesting.
Always is.
Yeah. Y'all ready to get to it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So, Crystal, since you are our guest, but actually after this, you were no longer a guest.
Oh, okay.
Treat you like somebody that comes to the house all the time.
At this point,
get your cup out of the cabinet yourself. I'm not prepping none of that stuff for you.
You're right.
So let me ask you this. Because you've seen this movie a couple of times.
More than a couple.
You know what? Can you quote it?
Yeah, she
I mean, look. Oh, we can go bar for bar today. We will. This is going to be great. So let me ask you this, because as I was doing my rewatch to prep for this review, I'm sure you've seen elements from this movie that you saw in Soul Food.
Literally what I was thinking when I was watching it. Yes, I have.
Do you feel like this is the modern day Soul Food?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
This watching it with talking about it eyes, I was like, what's the lady name? Vanessa?
Terry.
Yeah, she Terry.
Yeah.
Regina King's character.
Mm-hmm.
No.
She is.
Regina King is Terry?
Yeah.
She is.
Who else would be?
It's the only thing is because Kelly has the education that Terry had, but everything else.
I was only going off the fact that she wanted to sell everything. That was my reason. She wanted to get out of there.
That makes sense.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm with you. I'm right.
Jason, it's your first time watching. Did it feel like the modern day Soul Food for you?
I could see the soul food elements of the within the movie, just some of the comparisons between some of the people. So yeah, I'm not mad at that at all.
Okay. And let me ask you this, since it's your first time, and you had a lot of strong words for Big Mama. because we did our soul food review. Y'all check that out. So Jason, between Big Mama and Madeira, who was a better mama?
That's a good question.
I didn't think that was a hard one.
I didn't either.
I thought that was an easy question. Not him over here thinking about it.
I'm just thinking, I think Medea was still healing from her previous relationship. So I don't think she was a bad mother. It was just certain things she didn't want her kids to experience to do out of fear of having to go through that trauma again. So I'm rolling with Medea.
Okay.
I agree with it.
That was the right answer.
That was the answer.
That seemed like the right answer.
I'm just saying, I'm saying, Mama wasn't horrible. Mama just wasn't,
Good.
I'm not saying that. It's just some
She wasn't
things.
bad.
I'm just saying some
She wasn't right.
It was some things she had. It was some things she should have been focused. Should have had a better hold on.
Right.
Because I think the difference between this and Soul Food, there was not a Joe. Joe.
Yeah,
I feel like was Joe. I'm not gonna say he was the nucleus, but Joe was a figurehead of this family. Like he's the one that wanted to ensure that they had that.
Yeah.
Like they had that. Throughout the family.
We
as well as baby, I think.
Yeah. We're definitely gonna get into the positive element and that icon that this movie showed for having a strong Black father figure. Because this movie pretty much had a lot of that in it, which made me appreciate it on my rewatch. Actually made me appreciate it while I was getting prepared for this review. I never paid attention to it that before, but I was watching. I said, damn, I never even focused on the relationship between Baby and Joe. Mm-hmm. And so you got a lot of positivity out of this. But I
said it the last time I was on here for The Harder They Fall. Delroy is a man's man. A man's man.
I'm rolling. If Delroy in it, I'm proud to ride.
It's a good man.
I'm proud to ride.
Yeah, he did a great job. And so we pretty much get somewhat of an introduction to some of the main characters in the family in this montage. Crystal, during this montage, which one out of who we saw, because they had a lot of characters in this movie, so we only got 50% in our montage. So when we were getting a montage of like what Quentin Q was doing, and then you got Madeira, and then you also have them preparing for Christmas, like on your first watching this opening scene, like how did it make you feel?
First one.
Yeah, right. Let's go back a little bit. Right.
Time ago. It made me feel warm and tingly on the inside. I love a good, strong family story. If it's gonna be mess, I'll take the mess. But it's Black people's mess. So
okay, I'm not mad at that. Jason, first watch. And that's
today.
Yes. We're not gonna tell y'all when we recorded, but recent.
First watch, it was setting up the story. I was very interested in, because I say Almost Christmas, so I was hoping it wasn't going to be the same type of situation with Chris, with Chris's character, the kid of that story, of the Almost Christmas story.
Okay, yeah.
The kid, the famous one.
From The Boys.
The Boys.
I can't.
Movie
Train?
Oh,
no, that's a movie.
Him.
A-Train.
A-Train. Yep.
I was curious if it's going to be the same type of, train type of disrespect, disrespect for her, the type of thing, but it wasn't that. And then of course the Joe dynamic. I was interested in seeing how Joe fit into this, because I'm thinking it's the dad, but I'm thinking at the same time, like, I don't think that's dad, because now my best friend, he called his mom by her first name. That's just what that's the relationship they have. So that's normal for me. So I wasn't too curious, but then I was also interested in how Idris fit into the story. Who is Idris to all of this? I thought he was Baby's dad, and he just was a bad father. That's what I thought was going to be the secret of the story. Mm-hmm. So just watching it, those are the things that I'm looking at in the beginning part. But I love, like I said, the family dynamic when the sisters all make it to the house. They talking about the food and whatnot, and we know Kelly can't cook. Which in the present Soul Food, it was the baby. Bird couldn't cook, so yeah.
It's always one.
Well, I would say Kelly. I say Bird, baby. I'm like Mel is the baby, I think. It was kind
Right,
of
no, yeah.
confusing.
It's always
about
one
who was
sister.
who was who
Yeah.
in this one, but she had a lot of. She was pushing them bitches out. She was pushing them kids up out of there. You hear me?
I mean, look, yeah. But I would say, like, in this opening scene, I love that you saw when Baby woke up and then Joe had got him a camera. Because I remember, and it's funny because I also was trying to be big into photography a few years ago, and I was like, well, I got a Nikon camera too. And then just like them using him taking the pictures, I thought was dope. I didn't think it was going to excel further in the story than it did. But I love that it did when we saw, like, okay, the impact of Joe giving him that camera, because he was like, growing up, it was things that I wanted, but we never had the financial stability to get it. And he was like, I want to make sure you had it.
Yeah.
And so you saw the support that Joe was giving Baby, that his mama sometimes wasn't too much into it.
I was going to say, I think the camera of it all was probably him supporting something that Madeir did not.
Right.
Because she seemed like she cared about education, go to school, get that degree, and get a job.
Right.
All that extra riffraff, save it.
Yeah. But I think that's the typical black household, right?
Sure.
Well, for the I say middle to lower class, like, because if I can't, like, cause I wanted to play football as a kid. My mom took me to one practice and she was like, you don't want to do this. I'm like, yeah, I do want to do this. And like, she never took me back. But then when you start getting older, you really understand different things and dynamics. She didn't have the finances to support me being able to go to school as a baby, as a kid. Like, I'm in elementary school and not being able to do it. So it's just like, shit, I'm at the house hanging. Well, if I hung out with the people at the house, mainly, playing video games at the crib. So
I did all the free extracurricular activities at school.
Yeah, I did some dance.
I couldn't do the school because I stayed in White Haven. I stayed across town. Like you couldn't walk to school, but it was a lot closer.
Yeah.
Well, actually, you could.
I walked to middle school, not elementary.
Okay, yeah. So actually, she could. So I couldn't. It's not even.
Because then it makes you think, like, completely agree with both of y'all said. It's just like you got those extracurricular activities to where they're gonna cost money, and it's just like, nah, I need you to make sure you in your books. So once you get ready to get a job, it's something that can start bringing some money in.
You can afford extracurricular for your kids,
right? Like that's like it's like if a kid tell their parents like, I want to be a photographer. In certain cultures, nah, you're gonna be a lawyer, you're gonna be a doctor
or engineer,
and it's just like you like, the kid is like, okay, so I gotta put what I love to the side and then got to go into something that's going to be financial stable for me growing up. And then you kind of, I guess, depending on who it is, you have resentment. You grow resentment and all of that kind of stuff.
You could, definitely could.
But yeah, so I definitely love how we saw, like, with Joe and Madeir. Like, I love that whole dynamic that we saw. And then we started to get family arrive. Jason, what was your first impression of Lisa, who was Regina King's character in this movie?
Regina King, I mean, she seemed like the, I guess, typical old school mother to a certain extent. No career. I don't know if that was something. Well, we do find out is not. I don't think she never spoke about a career, but she did speak about having kids and how that actually made her feel.
Right.
So I don't know how that was, but typically, you the wife. You cook for your husband, you clean up the kids, you do the housely things while the husband goes off and do the actual job. She still seemed as if she had life to a certain extent. And I don't know if that's because she was around her family at that point. Like, 'cause she still was like lively. It wasn't like she was just like, she wasn't the Terry. Like Terry was like Terry around family. She just bragging and not bragging, but she's on your ass the entire time. But also in Terry's situation, she was giving money, so it was a completely different dynamic. While she wasn't giving money, Lisa was taking care of the family business or the laundry or the cleaners. She was taking care of the cleaners. So she had responsibility that a lot of them didn't have to deal with outside of Baby, but Baby was just in the house with the family. So he's seeing it from a completely different standpoint.
Right. And then we also got Lisa complaining about people being late. Crystal.
Yes.
Which cousin are you? Are you the cousin that get there early? Are you the cousin that gets there on time? Are you the late cousin of like, I know shit ain't popping out till 30 to 45 minutes after, so that's when I'm getting there.
If I'm driving, I'm the late cousin with some liquor in her hand.
That's the important one, because that's me.
gotta liven up the party because I know everybody got attitude because they hungry. So I'm here bearing gifts.
As soon as you bring those gifts, they forget that you late.
Exactly, and they forget they hungry. You know, it's a different party.
It's true.
Unless you go to a Panthers party with Buccaneer gear and balloons, I don't know. It may feel a little bit different. In
So
situations.
I see where this is going because all of this is fresh. By the time this drops, it won't be fresh. But you was wild to bring that fucking balloon in here. So I don't care. And you know what? I didn't feel bad about it either. Did he show you the video?
Y'all didn't see the video.
I heard about the video, but I didn't see the video.
I'm not gonna lie. My parents was like, Jazz, don't do that. Leave the balloon alone. They trying to take me off the ledge.
The balloon is in.
Yo, I said, you know what? Soon as Jason brought that balloon in here, I'm like, nigga, you are out of your mind. It's out of here. I felt so much joy when I got that shit out of here. And I walked away. I left it like a Michael Myers dead body. Chop, chop, chop. And just left it there for somebody else to find it.
That's how we did after the game.
Yikes.
If not, no.
Next question.
We didn't get out of here like the Eagles versus 49ers. We didn't do that. It was 21 to 18. But I'm still here. I'm a supporter of the Eagles because Jalen. Yeah, man. Look. Repeat. I extended the video a little bit after our episode. And so we had some more family start coming in. We got Malcolm is showing some of the family in his car. Question. They didn't drive there, did they? Didn't Malcolm and Lisa pretty much fly there with the kids?
I think they drove.
I want to say they drove.
Because they have how can they take care of the cleaners if they're not there?
That's a valid point. Because I was wondering, I was like, where is he flying to? But he was flying to New York.
He went to New York, yeah.
But he lied about going to San Francisco.
Because he was in New York. He was in New York with Bay.
Now he lied about that, but I'm saying he said he told her he was going to San Francisco.
Okay.
But he went to New York.
Okay. Because I was sitting there, I was like, why is y'all car there if y'all don't live close enough to where y'all flying?
But San Francisco, like what, 2 or 3 hours driving?
No.
Oh.
Chris was
like 4, I think.
So still 3 to 4 hours.
You said 2 to 3. 2 to 3 sound better than 4.
Correct him, because if it was me, I'd be like, 12 months. Here go Jason. 3-4 weeks. I'd be like, I mean, you know what I'm doing because you always
I heard the numbers you said.
The numbers is that I done had a few margaritas, so you gotta forgive me.
One margarita.
Y'all know the vibes. But yes, correct him. You said about 3 to 4 hours.
Next question.
What's that?
Here go Jason. He gonna be like, I'm gonna dead all their jokes. I'm gonna dead all their questions. I'm gonna dead all of it.
Moving forward.
So we seeing some cousins look at Malcolm's car, and he was like, yeah, it cost me a little something. He got his name on it. What you got, Chris?
The nameplate was disgusting.
It was gross.
Hated it.
It was really
wasn't
gross.
cute.
And it was in cursive.
He should have got his money back. That's all I'm saying.
It said Malcolm though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was just.
Oh no, lost the nigga.
The nigga done gone.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta save him because he's not about to run around this motherfucker to me tonight.
So we went.
Did
we just go from Tales from the?
It's a holiday nigga.
Tales from Tampa.
Look, hey, they might be scarier in Florida. Shit.
Oh, I can get him.
Save him, Crystal. Save him. There you go. All right, that's our holiday nigga, y'all. We had to bring one for our episode.
Oh yeah,
that might be
safer.
Right. We ain't got a name for him yet. Should we call him LaMarco? LaMichael? LaMichael might be good.
LaMichael.
Shit. You said nope.
Okay, no Marco.
It's too close
All
to
right.
Yeah, we stole over that. No
LaMichael, welcome.
But so and then we see Kelly. Kelly is the middle sister, and obviously Kelly and Malcolm don't like each other.
Clearly, I fuck with Kelly.
I thought that was fucking off.
You said what?
I thought they were messing around. Like that's why.
And that's wild because Black stories be having that crazy ass toxic twist.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad this didn't have it.
I am too.
Because that would have been
horrible.
Yeah.
That's your sister husband.
Right.
I mean,
then that really had a
soulful
reason to fight.
I'm glad. Look, modern day. We was like, nah, we leaving some of that stuff in the past, and then we get Columbus Short. Do y'all remember Columbus Short when he came on the scene?
Yes.
Was in Scandal, was in Stomp the Yard, was in this, and then his entire career just.
I said that.
Yeah.
I hate the way his career went. But we know, I don't know if it was personal things, trauma that he was growing up with, but he definitely was doing a lot. And Hollywood, unless you're this white man, I don't,
They getting you out of
They're
here.
getting you out of here.
Replacing you with another
For sure.
black.
And I'm hoping like
Unfortunately.
certain folks don't have the same kind of path as Columbus Short. I'm hoping. I'm not dropping no names, but if you know me, you know. We'll be all right. You gonna record this month, but that's all we're gonna say on that one. But we pretty much got the family getting ready, and so it seems like Christmas is in a few days. They ain't got their tree yet. Crystal, do you put up a Christmas tree?
So I live by myself now. I don't. I had like a little cute one. But in my mini moves, I've lost that tree. But my mother, she gets a tree every year. We used to have a fake one, now we're doing a real one.
Okay. When did she put the tree up?
It's up now and decorated for sure. I want to say they probably got it right after Thanksgiving.
Okay.
So,
Jason, do you put a tree up?
I don't. I don't. I personally don't. Whenever I split with kid, whatever. My grandmother, she does. Back at home, I did speak to Jakara about putting up a tree, and whatnot. Just saying it is something that she, wants to do. But it's never something I've never thought about. But also, I think it's beyond just me. It's something that the kids like they're festive and things like that. I actually spoke as far as creating our own holiday traditions is something that I want to focus in on. So yeah. But I personally do not.
Okay. Because I know I put mine up. I normally put mine up after Thanksgiving. I put it up earlier this year because I was doing a lot of traveling. Because I was just like, I got a fake tree because one year I tried to get a real tree in Florida. Waste of time.
I believe.
Nope, not the vibe. Shout out to the black one I got though, because I was supposed to get a 6-inch, but they gave me a 10, and I paid that 6-inch price. It's gonna be heard in this episode. My shit.
I understand.
But
I feel you.
But it seemed like they put their tree up like a few days before Christmas, and they had a big ass tree.
I mean, I guess it was because of the way they want to do it as a family.
That's what I was thinking.
Which makes sense. Like you can trim the tree as a family and things like that.
I've had that happen to me before. I had to regulate when I came home, but I've had that happen.
Right.
Which I can say, I didn't know real Christmas trees were a thing until I worked at Home Depot. Like I didn't know that was an actual thing. And like we have them all cut and whatnot. So you just come in, get them, trim them, get the trim and things like that. So. Yeah, that's a more recent discovery. Well, within the last 15 years, discovery for me.
Yeah, I just love the smell of a fresh tree.
It's lovely.
It gives you so much. It's something,
Christmas
right? Because I love how they was like doing all their Christmas festivities like a few days before Christmas. Because I'm like, but damn, that means you're not in the Christmas spirit too long. But I guess when you got family coming in, those few days of all of those. Kind of trumps like trying to do all that like a month and a half in advance. But I thought that was definitely dope. So we get a hint of the sisters going back and forth, which of course we saw that in Soul Food. It wasn't in this movie, I don't think it was to that serious extent.
It's both. I don't know.
So all right. I ain't gonna lie. Kelly gave Lisa the bars. In that scene.
She should have.
I wish Max would have did that to Terry. But
she did.
Not like Lisa.
Over her mama did.
Or not like Kelly.
She told her.
They was talking about fucking Sunday dinner.
I mean, but she gave it to him.
Jason.
And they ended it. There was no more Sunday dinners after that.
Since we here, Jason, who got read the hardest? Kelly to Lisa.
Kelly to Lisa she got read, but she read her though. But I understand where you're coming from. Cause she threw hands. Like at this point, nah, bitch, we fighting at this point. Cause who is you to talk to me in this manner?
Because you couldn't have shit to say. You had nothing to say to what she said. That's why Regina was like, let me tap into my harder they fall roll and try to fight my sister in the rain, even though she didn't lie about anything she just said. She said women start over every day. So get your shit and handle it. What else you got to say to that?
A couple people got to listen to that, but sometimes the truth isn't the easiest thing to take.
It's not. It's not.
And come from your sister who lived her probably best life. Yeah, there's probably some resentment there.
Yeah, she just had Santa over here at the crib. Like she pulled Santa. And you think about it this way, Kelly got the good version, the good variant of Lim. But we ain't got there yet. We still early. We ain't got there yet. So we got more family pretty much coming in. And then do y'all think like
okay, I'm sorry.
Y'all like catch that when you was watching it?
I did.
And I also, when I was watching it on the rewatch, I was thinking about the dynamic of you have the sisters going back and forth. But in this movie, you have three brothers. The three brothers never, in no sense, in my opinion, felt like they were at competition with each other. So, Crystal, let me ask you this. Do you think that's something that is practiced in a lot of these Black movies to where the sisters kind of are neck and neck? Yeah. Like competing, but the brothers aren't?
I don't know if it's previous movies thinking of it. I think there's always the women. There are at least two women that are like have this long-standing beef from birth. And it's just like it's boiling over into adulthood. Everybody's like, I'm grown. You're going to listen to what I got to say. You beat me up when you was younger, but now I got a voice. The men, I was just happy to see them, because if it's not they're together all on one accord, it's them beefing or trying to like take each other out. So I'm cool with the men people being like bros, literally and figuratively. I wish you could see the women instead of them having to bicker and fight and stuff before they become like kumbaya. I wish you could see the sisterly love throughout, like from the beginning, like the brothers had. But women be catty, so
this is true.
I was gonna say that too, because I feel like that's a real thing. Like me and my brother, we were cool. Me and my sister, we not heads. Like there's my sister, but in that situation, I don't think I've ever had that with. Like I said, I mean, typically when it comes to dudes, it's always over women. It's never anything else except when it comes to a chick or those situations. But outside of that,
dice game.
It's true. I don't do dice, but I get it.
Okay. Not saying that I would have wanted to see that from the three brothers, but it was refreshing to see how they supported each other when they came around each other. Mm-hmm. And then with the cattiness of the sisters, just like, all right, here we go. But this was like modern day soul food, but it wasn't, so I was like, okay, we're going to get a little some of that. And we pretty much got everybody, the families around that came and they're eating around the table. And then Joe was doing a good little prayer. So you see, obviously, this family has faith. You praying, got food, everybody around the table. And then also they seem like they're doing very well for themselves because this house was nice.
Oh, yes. The cleaners took off for sure.
Look, the cleaners, I don't know who over here talking about lunch money because baby said you spending too much on lunch because baby like my check ain't no lunch money. But I thought that was pretty much good to where they were around the scene. Crystal, what did you think about this scene of them around the dinner table the first time?
It was it gave you that Sunday dinner feel. Like everybody's coming together. You still got this brother that is I think he's on the bus at this point. Yeah, he's definitely. But like everyone that is together is there. They're present. They're having fun. They're enjoying the food. There's the cousin there. There's always that one cousin who's just like, we love him. He's a little wacky. He do some crazy shit sometimes, but that's family. And he eat his plate real quick, and he out the door. I know them cousins for sure. So it was good to see. Mm-hmm. Praying and eating.
For sure. Jason, when you saw Lisa cutting Malcolm's food and heating it up a little bit more, how did you about that marriage? Because we saw a few little signs, and then it seemed like they kept making the breadcrumbs bigger as it was going.
Not for me. Because I mean, like I said, I don't even like my plate being made, so I only can imagine someone in that situation wanting, that to go. But the sister Kelly kind of called it out, like, you do whatever he say. you just like. I don't think your ideas come from you. Everything you say, whatever you speak about, is probably coming from him anyway. Like whenever you come to it, and she's like, I can't have my own thoughts. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying we know how you are when it comes to it, which they pretty much know their sibling group. The same thing happened with Mel. With Lauren situation, they asked about she's a 7-year college student.
Why they put her on blast like that?
Why did I have to do that?
They didn't have to do that. That was wrong. Talking about, well, her major depends on who she's dating. Oh, Devin, what's your major?
Pretty long.
I thought that was wrong, but only people that can put you out the way that they put her out is family. But they just know too much information on you.
Way too much.
But yeah, I thought the whole with Malcolm and Lisa, their dynamic was weird, especially Regina King and all her characters. Like, she's a strong woman out majority of her roles.
She's never played I'm gonna submit to my husband and just listen.
Yeah. And she did that in here. But I feel like if it would have increased her character in this, I think she would have brought a lot more energy than Kelly. So she had to bring it down.
Yeah, fair.
Because I think between the two actresses, but the actress that plays Kelly, she's great. I've seen her in a lot of stuff. She's really good. She was awesome. You said what?
Tyler Perry.
Why Did I Get Married? And she was also in Dreamgirls. And also,
haven't seen that.
Devin was also in Dreamgirls. He brought some of that to this scene.
I think all these movies probably came out around 2007, 2008, probably.
Yeah, because we was in the parking lot singing Dreamgirls to the top of our lungs.
I figured since you are in the Beehive, you saw Dreamgirls, which is
no.
So you're not real Beehive?
I didn't see Fine Temptation either.
No.
I don't support this. I don't support the acting. Beyonce.
Say that louder, because you got a projector voice.
They heard it. You can continue. What was the next question?
I'm gonna make sure I bring that. Make sure I get that clip, because he said.
I mean, she got a movie. Beyonce got a movie in theaters right now. Renaissance. She is acting.
Okay.
But is it like acting like Fighting Temptations, Obsessed, Dreamgirls, or is it?
I've never seen Fighting Temptations or Dreamgirls to be able to answer that question. So
Jason, you seem like you haven't seen a lot of Beyonce's acting roles. What about Cadillac Records? I ain't gonna say it was good. I'm just gonna say
Cadillac Records was a good movie.
What about Obsessed?
Oh,
which also had Idris.
And
I'm not a fan of the possessed girlfriend or side chick or possessed dude or them type movies. So I have no. It's
kind of weird because we definitely did Fatale, and that kind of represented that possessed side, and that was a side piece. So it was somebody that only got one try, but they got a second try in the movie. So
I have no thoughts on that.
We reviewed Fatale.
It's good people on both sides. That's all I gotta say.
So you didn't see a lot of Beyonce's acting. Did you see Carmen with Mekhi Phifer that came out on MTV? The hip hop opera.
I did see that.
What did you think about that?
I did see that. I think that we should finish this Christmas movie because that's what we're here for.
Okay, and I was gonna ask you. Right, I gotta be careful about that because
God don't like ugly. Keep going.
Don't do that.
He ain't too fond of cute.
Right. I was gonna ask if you saw the Lion King live action because because Nala was from Houston, Texas, and Lion King. Did you see that?
Whoever Beyonce is, she's from Houston, Texas. Her mama from Louisiana, daddy from Bama.
You know all that, but you ain't seen
with that
country. Bama something.
You get that Bama.
Y'all funny.
But we get a HBCU conversation at this dinner table. And you kind of see what kind of person Malcolm is. Well, you kind of saw that, but then you really see
Mark.
He a fed. Mother's Milk is a fed. Crystal, how did you see about this conversation between him and Devin?
Okay, shout out to Devin because he held his own. When he first came in the house,
right.
First of all, Lauren did not introduce him. She was just like, "Where is everybody else at? I'm trying to see my sisters and my mom," and she just left him there. Just alpha blood. He held his own when Malcolm tried to challenge him. The whole HBCU versus PWI is a whole thing, but like it was good. Just stand up in what you wanted. Like that's where you wanted to be, so that's where you were. And like he said, the mission statement was everything he stood for, and everybody being black was a bonus. So if the things align, do what's best for you.
Right.
I ain't mad at it.
For sure. Did either y'all go to an HBCU?
I went to a PWI.
I went to HBC my freshman year, then I transferred. But I will say, best experience was when I was at a HBCU. It humbled me.
How so? Not to steer too much.
It made me appreciate a lot of the culture, because then when I went to, white school, the black folks there weren't as unified as they are at HBCU.
I think I didn't have their problem because a lot of them were from Memphis. So
Okay.
it was a lot of familiar faces. So,
Okay. So you was popular.
Well, I didn't say that. But whenever I saw somebody, I was like, hey, it wasn't no like, who's this Negro talking to me?
Man, yeah, because I thought the same energy I was going to get. Because I was like, oh, black folks over there? Cool, go here. I'm like, oh, y'all not that unified over here. And it was like, this is trash. Yeah. But anyway, I need to go down that road. Yeah. Shout out to Benedict College, but I ain't get my degree there. UNCG, baby. Yeah, they ain't got a football team. But anyway, so we see Q was on the bus traveling somewhere, and he also got two individuals following him. David Banner. Jason, how'd you feel about David Banner in this movie? Because he didn't have too many acting roles, I don't think, prior to this. So how did you think about seeing him in this movie? Did you know he was gonna be in it?
I didn't. I didn't. I mean, the first time I seen him, he was getting his head bust with the bottle. I thought it was an action movie a little bit. Idris Elba bust him over the head.
He got the actor.
It was kind of like a soul food reference.
It was Lim. He was Lim. Lim all over. It just jumps out the window, makes it down.
Like an action hero.
Yeah, I don't know what. I mean, but that was in Chicago, so I mean, I guess they have them like that with the emergency shoot. I almost felt like Final Destination too. I'm trying to escape in that situation. So I didn't think that was happening at all. But him escaping.
You take a lot of left turns in your story, Cass. I've noticed that.
Yeah, she does. Dark turns, not left turns. Dark turns. There's a difference between left and dark.
I keep people on their toes. Somebody about to die.
They're on the toes. They be dead. They're not on the toes no more. Literally.
Their toes are attacked.
Possible. So yeah, I mean, so it was interesting seeing David. I mean, I do think his character was funny. The way they did, play between the funny and I guess seriousness that they had going on. So I mean, he worked for what they needed him for.
Yeah, for sure. I think he probably did a good job. And so we get back to the family, and of course, anytime you have black events, you have to have certain things happen during those black events, and one is a spades game. Crystal. I'm not gonna bring up no recent spades game. We ain't gotta talk about it. We gonna leave that alone. But in this spades game, we obviously see the family is around, and then Lisa brings up a topic that her and Malcolm keep discussing is about trying to sell the dry cleaners. Like, how did you think about this scene of how it panned out, and then you see the dynamic of the sister versus the brothers on this topic?
Let's see. I think there's always that one person who's just trying to get rid of stuff that they feel like is a burden versus the people who are trying to keep that solid family nucleus, because it's easy to get off track and it all fall apart. So it was good to see, like, because I think Baby was the one was like, y'all have somewhere to come back to. I'm trying to, like, I'll be here every day. I'm trying to leave and come back too. So it's good to see you have to have somebody that tries to keep the family together or the things together, because once it's gone,
right.
I'm not saying it can't come back, but it could be harder to get it and to make it what it was. Right. So I appreciate them trying to keep it in the family.
Right. Jason, what do you think about this scene?
I mean, another thing, like I said, Kelly was right as where it was actually coming from. Them, like I said, I don't know, you selling the cleaner, but also selling the house, like those were some big shoes, and I really wish they would have went a little bit deeper into it. But I feel like it was just like a B plot line, maybe C plot line, to just have a conflict between the siblings for them to try to come together at the end of it. Because it was like, what would be the point in them selling all these different things?
Right.
Outside, what was the money going to? Like, what they have went directly to Malcolm and Lisa in that situation, because how was everybody else going to be taken care of in that outside of them just they no longer get their Christmas bonus or whatever it was they got from the year.
Right.
So
I think Malcolm's motive was to get that one-time payment to do whatever he was trying to do with Miss Mama's in New York.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I think it was. For sure. Because he's the one that kept pressuring her, like, so did y'all talk about it? She just like, if we ain't got Q, it's not gonna work. Then call that nigga. He not here. He gonna pick up my calls.
He ain't been here 4 years, partner.
Right.
We don't talk about Bruno, okay?
But then after pretty much you got the Spades game, and then you get a Soul Train line. Y'all be dancing at y'all family functions?
No.
yeah. We always do it.
My mother's side,
Mm-hmm.
a little bit. I don't participate in the father's side of things.
My mom's side too. We was the ones be dancing. I ain't seen them in a while though. Damn. Hey y'all.
Yeah.
They not subscribed.
Yeah, we do a Soul Train. We can typically do a Soul Train line with my immediate family, my grandma, granddad, mama, and my siblings. So yeah.
That's dope. When I saw this scene, I was just like, damn. It took me back to like when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, because they used to be like, Jazz, come down here and do the Michael Jackson dance.
Ooh, Jazz, what's the Michael Jackson dance?
I ain't about to do it now.
Okay.
You got a whole camera right here. Show the people.
What I just
You
said?
got angles.
I do.
You got multiple.
Yo, like I
You can
do.
get them in so many
And I'm gonna
different-
tell all of them, I'm not doing it at all. You're not getting me.
That's crazy.
But during this scene, we get Quentin. He comes back, and Madeira is so happy because she has not seen her eldest in 4 years. And then we pretty much get a backtrack where we get kind of like some context of where Quentin has been. Jason, in this scene of like Quentin explaining where he's been, because then you had Clyde, Columbus Short's character, asking like, so where your clothes at? He was like, I just sent him, at the next spot. I've been torn. Do you think he was lying?
He was.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm sitting here like, so you're lying?
Because he owed $25,000. We know this for a fact. We owe $25,000 to the bookie. I just don't expect or suspect him to be out there just doing too well. And then I was listening to Robert Glasper on the R&B Money podcast recently, and he was just saying how much money they make in the jazz world of things, and he was just like, it's been trash, and it always has been. And he was referring to that time, the exact time period, because he said that's when he got started. And he started with Beyonce, Brian Michael Cox, just to name some people, notable people that I think most people would know. And he was just saying when he was doing it, like around the same exact time, he said it was like $12,000 to make an album. And this dude was just talking about traveling with different people, doing music allegedly. So I'm pretty sure if he was doing these jobs or doing these different things, it was just enough to get him to the next job. It wasn't enough to sustain himself in that situation. So,
and that's unfortunate because like a live jazz concert, anything like that, those are vibes, in my opinion. Like I would love to go to a live jazz show where somebody just playing, doing anything on a sax or a piano. Give me some drinks and some low lights.
It's a vibe, but the people that's playing the music ain't making nothing from it. So it's just like, yeah, you can create the vibe, but you ain't making nothing because it doesn't. I mean, there's no like people aren't supporting it, so it hasn't. It's never really made money when it came to it. So
yeah, that's definitely unfortunate. And so because he was just like, you're making an album, doing all of this. I'm just sitting here like, this motherfucker just got in here and he already lying to his family. But you also see like the dynamic of him being that older brother. And that's what I got from them, because even from Lisa, she was like, oh, if you like, she was like, you got to see, baby, he done got big. He was like, he bigger than all of y'all. And then Lisa's just like, yeah, not really. So it was cool just to see like all of them engaging. I thought it was a really, really dope scene. But then you see some tension between Joe and Q. Crystal, what'd you think about that? Because when Q was just like, I ain't going to no church. I don't do none of that. And Joe was like, what you mean you don't do none of that?
I ain't gonna hold you. Maybe not in this scene, but I thought them two would have came to blows of some sort, like a little scuffle by the end of this movie, because they're clearly both very strong personalities. Very strong personalities. And it was clear that they butted heads. It's clear that clearly Idris wasn't trying to sip none of the Kool-Aid that Joe had, even though Joe was very friendly and kind.
Right.
He wasn't really feeling it, and it wasn't Joe's fault. He was still dealing with stuff with his probably actual father. So it's just probably that young kid coming out every time he see Joe, like, bro, you're not my dad.
Mhm.
I feel like that was the little kid speaking up whenever Idris would be addressing Joe.
Right. For sure. And then it's funny because like after they had their like engagement back and forth, he was just like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and tell Madeira I'm about to head out. Joe been living there
This whole time.
Jason, where you think Joe went?
Yes.
I have no idea.
That's a loophole to me.
Joe still have a house. Was Joe at the hotel?
Madeira woke him up that morning and said, yeah, I got your stuff packed up for you because the kids is coming this weekend. So your ass got to be out of here. That's crazy. You got a man living with you for about 20 years and he still got to leave when your kids coming to town.
And what's crazier is baby live in this house.
Baby
so it
already
ain't
know.
like it's a secret.
No.
Like who was
the secret to Quentin?
he could easily snitch. Why did she think her kids weren't talking?
They weren't.
But they all knew except for Q. Everybody knew.
You said they weren't talking. They weren't talking. Everybody knew except Q, but he wasn't around, so it didn't really make a difference.
I would have bust mama button early in the game.
You would have snitched on your mama?
I would have been like, Mama, I know this man. Yes, I would have. Mama, I know this man's sleeping here. Why are we playing this game?
Who? If you was who? Quinn or
The
baby? Because everybody else knew. So who you snitching to?
I'm just saying me with my mother.
Who you gonna snitch to?
I'm not snitching. I'm just calling it out so she ain't got to do this charade.
So you gonna do it in front of people?
No, I'm just saying, have a conversation with my mama.
Oh, got you.
So, but I'm saying the charade is only for one person.
But I guess,
but she ain't got to leave. That's what I'm saying. Like, Mama, I understand this your boo. Let him stay.
And Joe
Why
was
you
there
playing
like
this
for a
game?
while. Joe saw baby get raised. Like that's the only daddy's baby know is Joe.
Put your little box down and come
He
on.
got, man, that clear container. I said, oh, I got one of them. Them shit's dependable, man. He got his clothes in the garage. Yo, Madeira was crazy. Big Mama would never.
I mean, she might have. She done hid money in a TV. I don't know what Big Mama would have did.
So you think it's easier to probably hide your side piece over some money? I would think the money is easier to hide than the side piece because the side piece gonna get his feelings. He gonna be like, I need to know I need to stay over here.
I didn't say I didn't answer. The question wasn't.
That's
it was easier.
Which one is easier to hide?
Between money and a person? Probably a person.
I think a person is easy to hide. People be hiding.
As long as that person don't say nothing, why is it an issue?
Y'all saying a person is easier to hide than money?
Easily.
Can you explain how?
It's a person.
That's easier to hide.
I mean, unless
money?
you had like a physical money in the house. Like you talking about physical money in money, or you being able to put the money in the bank. Because I mean, of course, you put the money in the bank, you can hide it there.
Big Mama had her shit in the TV, so that money was in the house.
But they knew about it, so they didn't know it was around.
But the thing is, they thought it was a myth because even when Bird brought it up, they was just like Max was like, "Nah, that's his lie." So it was like speaking on it, but they didn't think it was legit.
I don't know. I think if you really want to hide a person, you hide it.
That is crazy to me. Like, what do you mean? Like hiding money versus a person? That person could easily wake up like, no, I'm done hiding from the world. You gonna know me. What you gonna do? That money ain't gonna do that. That money, them dead presidents gonna sit their ass in the top of the closet. Like,
be like Sandy. Can't hide her no more. How did she get to that?
This bitch, yo. That Sandy reveal was kind of wild. Like, sis was wild. But she just had a kid. She's like, let me just stay in this hotel the whole time. Girl, it's Christmas. You just gonna spend it alone? She was kind of slow. I ain't gonna lie. That's why he got that white girl. Because the black woman would be like, no, nigga, you better take me to your mama's house. How you telling me about your whole day full of activities and I'm at the hotel?
Shit, it was for him. It was for him.
No, Jason.
Think about that.
Like, you telling me about your whole day.
We
We are married and I got your baby. Why am I hiding in the
I
hotel?
don't even know about that baby. That kid ain't mine.
Well, then fuck that kid. I'm your wife. We done signed papers and my parents hate you, but I said, fuck y'all. This is the chocolate of my life. And you at the hotel during Christmas.
They getting trees.
Yo, Columbus short was wild.
Hanging lights.
He was in jail.
Taking pictures.
He was in jail, but see, and then he over here getting jealous because the two black dudes at the club was over here talking to her.
That was strange.
That was really weird.
It wasn't.
It's not?
It's not. That's your girl. But they talk like okay. So
they were trying to recreate blacking.
So you pull up to the club. You see your chick, your wife, and two dudes trying to holler at her like, what do you got going on over here? So yes, it is. It's a thing of like, hey, what's going on? Like
that part wasn't strange. The two men talking to Columbus was weird for me.
Okay, so them coming back to, but niggas do that. Then that's why I said the only time niggas get into it because niggas be thinking they funny. You trying to be the bigger dude. You out with your homeboy. Now you come back and you saying something to me. Like I don't already like you don't know who this woman is to me. Sister, girlfriend, mother, cousin, best friend. Regardless of what it is, there's nothing else you need to say to me. So at that point, you testing me, now I'm testing you. Now I got that thing in your face. So now you gotta.
I'm curious why this club didn't search him.
Jazz.
It's a like they don't.
It's history. It's a history of clubs of people going in with guns.
Look. I be making sure. Where y'all security at? Let me make sure y'all.
Man,
now that I think of all the places I've been to in LA, they don't search.
For the sake, if you go to a place, I promise you're not looking for that. In certain instances, yes, but in most instances, you just trying to.
In Florida, I'm making sure they check. Fuck that.
Now in Florida, in Florida, a little bit different. Open carry out here. You may want to get some. You may want to get some. You
ain't even gotta have no paperwork to have your gun on you. It be a damn food truck rodeo. Somebody got their thing right down the side.
That's why it's open carry. That's what makes it open carry.
I need to go ahead and go in business for like, for bulletproof vests to like have different designers just to have it. I think that's a really dope business to go into.
Possibly.
But I don't know the right people. Hopefully they subscribe and we can go ahead and get to it because I got ideas on ideas. So we get Joe's gone. He leave because that nigga. And you kind of see like between Malcolm and Lisa, obviously they're not out here sexing, which is very unfortunate. But he cheating. So
he's sexing somebody. It ain't his wife.
What did you think about this scene? Because we kind of see at the beginning to where Malcolm is kind of like interested in trying to get him some, but then it don't work. And then later on, when we get back to them, Lisa trying to get her some, and then Malcolm faking sleep.
I think Lisa was always trying to get some. I think Malcolm might have got a little horny and was like, well, shit, she here. Why not? And then she was taking too long because he was really trying to rush her. She was taking too long, so he went to sleep. He knew he was going to bed in a couple of days, so he got over it. He on shit, but he got over it. I don't like that.
That's crazy.
Because you was just calling my name, sir. Now you sleep.
That's crazy because I'm like, so you need to tell me you said to yourself for your side bitch? And your wife is right there?
Because she probably the main. Oh my God.
Jason, your thoughts?
Next question.
No, we're not doing this. It's the holiday season, my nigga. Give us the answer to that question. What is your thoughts on this scene? Because that's kind of wild.
I really didn't have any thoughts on this scene. There's nothing there. It's empty.
That's why he ain't got no answer.
But I don't know. Like I said, I'm gonna say I get Malcolm, but like I said, he thought about it, as you said. But then she walked in, hair crazy, spit all over her mouth from brushing her teeth, which that was a big detail to me because typically when people brush their teeth, it's just water. It's water and a toothbrush. So she brushing her teeth, so
getting it clean.
So he was just like, man, nah, fuck that. I'm not vibing with this no more.
So he don't want.
I'm finna go to sleep.
She could have gave him some fire head with that fresh spit.
Well, technically, you're not supposed to suck nothing or eat nothing after you brush your teeth.
Oh.
So he did the right thing and went to sleep in that situation. But yeah.
Damn, so you can't eat after dinner. Oh, go ahead.
So yes, ADA. It started out there. Once you brush your teeth, they recommend you gargle if you're going to go into a sexual event. Don't brush your teeth, then put your mouth on somebody.
She probably got mouth. She definitely had some mouthwash in her.
She didn't do that though. She brushed her teeth.
But we don't. That's what we saw.
No, I'm just telling you. It don't matter what she did after she brushed her teeth. She gargled. That's cool, but she still brushed her teeth. So everything.
He's saying you're supposed to gargle and not brush.
Don't brush your teeth.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay, if you're doing sexual activities, you're just supposed to go straight to it. Don't do it. You know what I'm saying?
Give our people facts. Drop them bars.
I'm just trying to
Sexual
help.
health.
I'm trying to
Somebody's
help the people,
listening
especially
right now. Getting some fresh
and this is mainly for women. Don't brush your teeth, fellas, and then put your mouth on her vaginal areas. You can do some things to her. Don't do it. I'm trying to help y'all out, not me.
Jason might look. I already let him know. Teeth dirty, bitch.
Nasty mouth, bitch. Sorry. I'm done.
But yeah, so they gone to sleep, and then we got Madea walking around. Kelly's getting unpacked. Did Kelly really bring a vibrator with her to her mama house?
She really did.
I mean,
Kelly wild.
It was for the fuck. It was for the fuck in the other room. So why not bring your vibrator to get yourself off? You do what you want to do in your room or in your bathroom. This is my personal space. You can't really control that piece of it.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, even still, Madea had batteries for her.
Mama wild because she bust out told Lauren, Mel's business, and she told Kelly business. These batteries, ma'am, please go to your room.
Why is she doing this?
Leave me alone.
Your mama told you she had batteries that you feel away?
Yes.
Why?
You'd be like, yo, relax.
Why?
I would say like relax.
But why? If she's saying making sure you get what you need.
Bruh, first off, if she catch me with anything, I'm gonna be like, damn. I'm gonna have some anyway. Actually, I might take them just for when I get back home.
Me and my mother have never had sex talk. It would be a strange moment.
I mean, if you had an extra charger for your rolls, you wouldn't.
Bruh, would you even compare like which one you got? Because
no.
That's not wild.
No, there is a line, and y'all are hop, skipping, and jumping all over.
Y'all never had it. Maybe it's time to talk about it. Like,
that shit is sick.
Like this ain't work.
It's kind of like too late for that.
Why is it? It's never too late to have sex talk with your mom.
It is, especially if it's never been existed.
You might not want to tell the positions that you like to be in. But
See,
why would I say to my mama?
But the type of roles.
I'm not gonna lie, like that'd be. I don't even think I would tell my parents I got a toes only. That's crazy.
You shouldn't tell me you got a toes on you.
I'm telling all of y'all.
No,
I don't. But if I did, subscribe. Hey man, look. The ABHC unit got paid some way. That shit. But so we got Mel and Bae in the closet, in the snack closet. I will always remember this scene because this scene was in the trailer of the movie. Mm-hmm. It's okay, Jason, you just seen it. I don't expect you have watched the trailer prior to watching this. So we got everybody's walking around the house. Q was in the garage playing Senior's piano. Kelly, she just got off. She had a little vibrator and everything. We don't know what she did, but we just gonna say for this review, she got a little ran through. And so now they see Clyde about to go out. Because Clyde was on the phone with Betty. He's like, yeah, I'll meet you at the club. Claude. Is his name Claude?
It's Claude.
I was calling nigga Clyde.
Yeah. You just said it now.
That's why I don't cheat. I mix up names.
Yeah.
It's called everybody Bae. You gotta worry about it. So you got the cousins, the siblings coming around and like they about to go out. Claude from Life was like, y'all ain't invited. And they over there trying to figure out, hey, let's go ahead and ask Mel and what's the other? It started with a D.
Daryl, David.
Dante. This is when you say Devin, Jason.
Oh, you expected me to say
wow.
That just seemed like a given because me and Crystal was saying D names that were wrong. And here go Jason. Oh, they're gonna get to the next.
I was waiting.
Here we go.
I
didn't know if Jason was gonna catch it, but he did.
I know I was gonna say it.
Well, Devin.
Okay, gotcha.
Devin. His throat. Nigga, why is you talking? We clearly supposed to be hiding right now.
He was probably making all the noise.
He didn't want to be disrespected.
He didn't want to be what?
He didn't want to be disrespected in the closet.
What you mean? They was already trapped in there.
But I'm saying he didn't want they calling him all the wrong things. Don't keep calling me the wrong stuff. I told you I'm Devin. You know who I am.
But they
Stop
don't.
acting like
They don't.
They did.
They just met you like 6 hours ago.
6 hours enough time to remember me.
Ain't no way. Actually, no, I ain't gonna expose myself. 6 hours ago, like, I don't remember. I had a whole conversation.
You don't know. You didn't meet nobody new at this table except me.
Okay.
You remember my
It
name?
might have been a
She
different.
bring a different man every year.
Right.
She could have a trailer.
Q
Q.
ain't know nothing about that.
This is true. But also, Mel changes her major all the time. She's been in school for 7 years. Just a long fucking time.
They probably stopped trying to give up on niggas.
Look,
To
man.
remember them after the 4th year.
Look, man. You go to school. Sometimes it just don't work out. Niggas like
It's
me,
true.
I ain't finished. I was there. I don't. You know what I'm
Mail there
saying?
for the niggas.
Think about
Forget the
something.
degree. Where's the next
I'm not gonna
place?
say I was there for the women, but you know they was cool.
They was cool.
Spades. I was there for that.
Was they jokes? They didn't know how to play spades.
Well, no, they not play spades. That's why.
Was they jokes good?
The people at school.
Ain't that who you talking about?
Yeah, I mean, it was all right.
Being a like
It was alright.
a hoe that ain't got no jokes. That's gotta suck. I'm just saying. Shout out to the hoes that have no jokes. That's gotta suck. But I do. What you laughing at? Did they have jokes?
I don't know what his old saying. Keep going.
Chris was like, "Hey, my nigga, hoes have jokes." During this scene, though, when they was trying to figure out Devin's name, Q was drinking ginger ale. That's all I wanted to bring to the attention.
That's all he's talking about.
That's all I talk about because ginger ale. So they at the club. Jason, do you remember, since you just watched, what song was playing as they were walking into this scene? It was Jeezy and R. Kelly's Soul Survivor.
It was.
Not Soul Survivor.
Go get it.
Go get it. It's a song.
Oh, okay. He do got a song called Soul Survivor, though, right?
Mhm.
With Akon.
Bad.
Completely different vibe. You wouldn't probably club to that.
I mean, it depends how tipsy you are. I mean, I'm not gonna debate you. I don't remember that song. I'm a Soul Survivor. No, I feel like I heard that in the club a few times.
You probably did, but it's a different vibe.
This is true. But we in the club. Crystal, how did you enjoy like this whole club scene as we saw the youngest sibling debut his skills? Because Chris Brown pretending to be, this is my first time performing.
Can't sing, y'all. My name is Christopher Bryan. Or baby. What was that man's real name? Okay. Michael. Okay, Michael coming to the stage. You know, it was a cute little moment. I think did he still have his list at that time? Because I feel like I heard it while he was singing. It was good for the siblings. At first, the siblings were like very scared for him.
Because he was scared up there.
But they were acting like he was about to like.
Because he turned,
Just
because he was supposed to start singing. He
die.
turned around and looked backwards.
I mean, first time singing in public, I would have freaked out. But I would at least been like, what this man gonna get up here to do? We ain't never heard this man sing that in our life. So I just feel like they should have had more of it like, ooh, that's my big brother spirit versus
It's a little bit.
ooh, oh, that's it. That's true. Little brother spirit versus the,
You a little sister.
I know, they always got to protect us.
That's
Let
what I'm saying. Well,
us fly sometimes.
and they did. They didn't stop him.
But don't worry. Have faith.
You gotta
You
worry.
know?
When we play spades, I worry every hand.
All right. Well, when Christopher got up on that stage, because we're not going to talk about that.
I wasn't gonna bring space up at all.
When Christopher got on that stage, I was like, you better show these people because it was kind of dead in there.
Right.
And he livened it up. I was proud of him.
Because wasn't nobody dancing.
They weren't. They never are.
This is true. But I mean, they had turned the music. So technically, they played the music with Jesus. Moved. The club was kind of moving. Everything stopped to allow them to bring Chris to the stage. So at that point, things did stop. We wouldn't be dancing nothing. You'd be sitting down waiting to see what they could have, whatever the act they could have bring up, see what they could have do. Which I was shocked. Chris Brown did come to the stage, but it made sense. He told me he with all these different honeys, which we didn't see none of the honeys that he was with, but whatever.
Why you gotta see his hoes?
We should have.
Why?
Because everybody they were bringing out these different gifts. They should have just shown different women.
Dropping them off.
Little celebrities or little R&B singers or something like that, just to get them some little screen time.
Did you really need that though?
I think so.
What would that have done for the story?
It does nothing for the story, but as far as it gives them, that's like promotion for these different people. Like Brandon Jackson was the guy that came to the stage and brought them out, and he was up and coming at that time. So just seeing these different people at those moments, I think that would have been important. Like I said, I get it. I get what you're saying. Like it doesn't bring them to the story, but it just allows for that. I mean, just for that to come into it, but also him talking about all the different little girls when it comes out, he really working. Like he's working behind the scenes. It's not, but it is women because we see that happens. But he's out here to do the actual job. So
let me ask you this, because this movie dropped in 2007. Who would you have made? Which two ladies during that time would you have made his hoes? Two of them.
In 2007,
Carrie Hilson. I don't know. I did literally.
No, that's not bad because I feel like their song "One Night Stand" came around that time.
It didn't.
I said around that time.
It didn't. No.
You think about the two hoes, and I'm gonna look it up.
It's kind of hard to say in 2007 because Lauren London is his sister, and that would have been the perfect person. She would have definitely been one of the women that they could have had.
I said two. So who would have the second would have been?
It's kind of hard to
come on top.
It's kind of hard to come.
What was Kelly Rowland doing
in 2007?
Was she too old?
She too old too, in my opinion.
How old was he?
I don't know.
He had his motorcycle, but I thought he was 17 because he was like, I'm almost grown.
He was like 19. He had to be at least 19, 18, somewhere in between 17, 19, somewhere in between that. It's kind of hard to say in 2007. Teenagers.
What's that lady name? The Cheetah Girls people. Any of them.
She was probably
Maybe not Raven Simone.
She probably was.
Yep.
Natara.
That's very good.
But which one is that one with the list?
She
you don't watch Ghost.
No, I do watch Ghost. I didn't watch
the mom.
Yeah.
The mom.
Tariq mom.
She could have worked, but you could have had the one that had a train ran on by B2K.
No, Chris Brown hates her. Literally, Chris Brown.
At the time,
Chris Brown has always hated her.
Well, I just want to say the song between Chris Brown and Carrie Hilson dropped in 2007. So Carrie Hilson would have.
Which one? Superhuman?
No, that was Jordan Sparks.
No, it's not.
That's no.
So he had two songs.
He had two songs, but Superhuman was.
Well, Superhuman was 2007.
Okay.
Did you want to see my phone? Since you don't have yours on you, just to confirm. Let's get you in 4K. No, look that up, Jason. Go ahead and look at it. 2007, the same year that the movie dropped. So Carrie Hilson would have been, but she was in Almost Christmas, being a hoe over there. So you can't have her in two different movies.
I mean, she could, technically.
She could, but I don't think that would have been a good little track record for her. I mean,
just to be like as one of his girlfriends at that time. Sierra.
Okay.
Sierra could have been one.
Sierra could have been. We got two, Sierra and Natari. I'm pretty sure there was somebody else because Natari was in Lottery Ticket, right? She was the girlfriend.
I couldn't tell you nothing about Lottery Ticket. I
ain't like that movie at all.
What? I couldn't tell you nothing about it. I did not like it, and that was it.
I think that's my Lincoln Promise.
I'm sorry. Trash. But and then we spoke about like
Megan Good.
Okay, Megan Good was everybody's girlfriend.
Yep, she could have been one too.
And the girl from My Wife and Kids.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the one with Vanessa. The curly hair.
Vanessa.
You
got Vanessa.
That was her name.
Show.
Oh yeah.
She wasn't good and You Got Served. But then again, they didn't really have any kind of caliber of what they was looking for in talent. Because You Got Served was not that good of a movie.
It doesn't matter if it was or not.
It
was for the B2K.
Because
it was the B2K fans.
I mean,
even though they broke up by the time the movie came out.
All right. But nah, because y'all mentioned Megan Good. She would have been good because her and Columbus Short and Chris Brown was also in Stomp the Yard. And you had
It was a year later, though.
I don't remember when Stomp the Yard dropped.
Them twins from ATL.
Okay, yes.
So, there was a few out there that was around that time.
There's a lot that was out there. I just can't name them off the top of my head.
I mean, it was
JoJo.
Who was JoJo?
The white
girl?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
She got some fire songs, so I ain't gonna lie. But we ain't need to put in another white woman.
Columbus got a white woman, why not?
He ain't need another one. We ain't need another one.
Met the quota.
Right. One. But we got a fight that break out in the club because we already mentioned Claude got pissed off and pulled his gun out.
Rightfully so.
And then we got Kelly introduced to Gerald, and she went home with him. Kelly had a good night.
Yes, she did.
Allegedly.
I mean, the way she was back in the house, it seemed like she had a good night.
If you was out with your siblings.
I'm not gonna go through the front door. The front door is crazy to try to sneak into.
At an awake hour. Like,
would you try to sneak back?
Yes.
Why? You grown.
I want to tell you, I'm coming through that house with a grocery bag from Kroger. Hey, y'all, I just had to go real quick.
They had phones around this time, but I don't know if they was like texting like that. I would have probably definitely
was texting the entire time he was on the screen.
He was on the two-way.
He was texting the entire time on the screen.
But I also don't know if Mel had a two-way because the Mel was also at the house, so you had to hit up somebody who was in the house. Was Lisa? I don't think Lisa was in the house. Well, no, Lisa and they had a room in the house.
Oh yeah, everybody had a room. That was a big house.
But I wouldn't have trusted Lisa because
I would trust the Mel.
I
Mel
would
seemed like
trust the
she
Mel.
with the shits.
Right. But she ended up coming in, and Madeira was like, "Good morning,
Kelly girl, ma'am.
Would've-
This your second time, lady."
She knew. She was happy
Well,
for her
man, say
daughter.
what you doing? What you sneaking in for? This your house too? What you doing though? Where you
Too many questions would be asked.
Why you sneaking in the house? If you would have just walked in here like a grown ass woman, I ain't gotta question you about
Jason,
nothing. Now
you
I
would
gotta
still
question you like a little ass
question.
kid.
If she walked in with a key, hey y'all, where the hell was you at last night? That would be.
because look now.
But
look,
what
at
is the
this.
difference? If
Fair.
you sneaking in, you got the key.
For one, you are a woman leaving my home. We left as a unit,
Here
and
we
you
go.
did not come back as a
First
unit.
off, you weren't in that unit because your ass was sleep upstairs, alone in the bed because you told Joe not to sleep over there tonight.
Who am I?
Madeira, who's asking the question? Who you
Who
thought you was?
I thought I was quitting. So look, this is what I'm saying.
Quit, don't care.
I'm just saying in
When
that
they told-
situation.
when they
If
told-
we leave, because if we leave in that situation, we're responsible for each other. So if you make
Yes.
wherever you go in that situation, I'm fucked as far as when it comes to it. So I don't know. I didn't hear about you breaking from the crew. I ain't know you niggas left my house. So now where are you coming from? So if something happens, I know what's going on.
So Quentin said, "Oh, she with Gerald. She good." So
So
that's
said that to the crew. He
right.
said that to his mama.
So are you saying if you was Madeira, you would ask her these questions?
If I'm a D, yes, I'm coming to her. Like, where
So
you been?
I'm asking, why does it matter if you got a key or if you sneaking in? Because you talking about, well, you a grown woman.
Because
so
you were
can
in
walk-
you was in when I laid down.
So
you
it
in
wouldn't
my
even
house.
matter that she snuck in or had a key. So
It wouldn't have. No. Where you been at? It's the conversation.
you see where I'm at, right? Because Jason
see
was
where
like,
you
you
at.
can just walk in.
But, put too much of my business in there. I've been in a situation where I didn't come home, and the next day, my mom be like, "Where was you at?"
The question's gonna get asked, regardless if you got a key or if you sneaking in.
Who cares about the questions? You gotta get asked.
No, Jason, you are sneaking in to not be asked the questions.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. No, I'm asking these questions. If you snuck in, not snuck in. If I don't say shit to you now, I'm gonna say something to you later.
But the thing is, I know you're not checking each bedroom of if people is in their bed. Medea probably not doing that.
She might.
I don't know, but this ain't no.
She might. Yes.
All right,
does.
okay. So let's just say hypothetically, Lisa stuffed her bed to make it seem like she was there. She probably didn't because they all went out as a unit.
40 years old.
My nigga, I don't know what they be doing. I ain't doing that. I just be like, yep, here, I'm good, I'm safe. But I'm just saying, hypothetically, like her sneaking in, if let's just say Medea wasn't checking beds. She's like, let me try to sneak past her to where she don't know I did not sleep over here last night. So I don't have to answer any questions.
I'm trying to understand why you trying to hide it.
It ain't nobody business. Because people ask questions that ain't nobody business. It don't matter where I was at last night. I'm here today.
I'm here.
All right, so then when you go missing, I'm not supposed to ask no questions then, right?
But the thing is,
ain't no difference.
it is a difference.
What's the difference? You missing? You should have told me you
It was
missing.
however many sisters she got.
Quit
They
knew.
knew she was good.
Yes.
I feel like if something was wrong, they would have came home and been like, "Mama,
No,
Right.
it
You don't know where she
right,
at.
right or wrong. You tell me if they even came to her and be like, "Hey, man, what if in this situation they told her, hey,
If your
she
snitch-
left, she's with X, she she not here, she with XYZ.
If your siblings cheating on you, or if your siblings snitching on you that fast without anybody asking them questions, you gotta cut them
That's
niggas
not
off.
that's not
That's snitching.
That's not snitching.
It is.
Because
It
when you
is.
go to the house, they right. It's right. It's like we going to the house.
Medea wasn't waking. She didn't She wasn't awake when they walked into the house. She
was awake when she walked in the house. That's the problem.
Because it was the next morning.
Well, you need to make it before. You need to make it before my did get up.
She tried, but it was just. Hey, she said, "With a man like that,
she hit the snooze button.
She didn't even go to sleep." She said, "The sun up?
Don't sleep.
We gotta go. You don't sleep with a man like that." So I'm just saying. And then she left a bracelet. So she had an eventful night.
Look here. Somebody, if we are in the same home and you don't come home, you think I'm gonna ask you where you was at last night? I'm not even your daddy.
Who?
Me. It's Jason.
Okay. So ask that question again.
If we stand in the same house, you leave.
But I told y'all we was out, and I was like, y'all, I know this dude going over here. Boom. The group already know.
I'm still gonna ask because at some point it's like, is you coming home? Because the things like these different things, like I am a big brother, so a lot of things are gonna start coming into play. You stand the night there, all right, cool. Shoot your location, somebody, let somebody know XYZ. All these are the same things that the mama gonna be thinking, but you're not doing all that work. You keep trying to keep it secretive for whatever reason. So yeah, of course you questioning or wondering what's going on.
Let me tell you what Jason did.
Okay, what did Jason do?
2 years ago, when we was in Charlotte, we was all staying in the same house. Okay. Jason woke up early as shit, went to go run or went to the gym. We don't know where the fuck Jason went. So we're like, where'd Jason go? He just said he went to go work out. Okay. Hours went by.
I told you.
Not hours.
Hours. We was like, what? Ain't nobody heard from Jason? We hit up Jason. Jason picked up the phone out of breath. Now, if this is a horror movie, we would think someone is chasing him. Mm-hmm. Jason, you all right? Yeah, I'm good. I'm just working out. We in a city he ain't never been to, not that we know of, but we just like, what's going on, Jason? Look, bruh. So I'm just saying, don't sit up here.
But I told people where I was going when I left.
You tell everybody? Did you make an announcement?
Did I make an announcement?
Did you send anything to the whole group chats? Because if so, that means nobody will ask, where is Jason?
See, now when it gets to that, I told the people that was there. That was around at that time.
So did Kelly. They knew she was going to get her back broke. Yeah, told stuff, all of that. She was like, all of that. All of that was good. But pretty much after the whole fight and everything, we learned that baby doesn't want Badir to know because of Quentin, Q, and Senior, all of that family shit. And so we got Malcolm on the phone with somebody because he about to catch a flight. Mm-hmm. I was like, ain't no way this man about to leave around Christmas with his wife. But it did. Mother's milk left.
With the mother's milk.
Ew. I went down that road. I was like, But yes. And so you pretty much got the ladies stayed at home at Madeira's house to wrap up all the gifts, and then the men went to go get the tree. So, Crystal, like when the men were out picking out a different tree, like how did you feel about this atmosphere? Because you got kind of some tension between Joe and Q.
This is again another layer of why I thought they was gonna get the fighting. Like, you mad about a tree? You talking shit about a tree in the back. Well, you go find a good tree since this one ain't good enough, Mr. Q. I mean, it was just petty, but it was like it was supposed to be fun and lighthearted. Q just wanted to be a Debbie Downer, just to be.
Right.
I hate a contrarian. Just go with it sometimes. You know, just have fun.
Nah, you right. And it was funny because like you got baby that was like, if Joe like it, I like it. And then
Joe got his daddy. I ain't no disrespect to real daddy, but
Joe was definitely his daddy because Senior left right after baby was born.
So man, no.
But yeah. So then you got the ladies at the house wrapping gifts. Jason, when we see how that unfolded, you had Regina King's character mention something on accident.
So going back into the mother conversation of seeing where the baby was when she left the house and seeing it sneaking back in the house, it's just her just being, her thinking that it's her being responsible, but also just giving her sister the sisterly advice. You know, don't put yourself in a situation where you can't enjoy the life that you are living
or want,
or that you want. because before you realized you have been and had some kids, and now you're responsible for some, you're responsible for babies, and you didn't want no babies, and it's like, oh shit, I'm projecting in this moment, which is a real thing, especially when you look at your life, like were you able to live the life that you wanted to. In that situation, we put ourselves in circumstances and situations where we have to be responsible for other lives in that, and I can relate to it. I can relate to it to a certain extent. Like, it's not like I never regret any of my children, never regret my kids, but within that situation, it does make things a bit harder. It makes the things a little bit more difficult because I was a kid. I was 19 when I had my first kid. So you having to care for yourself when you don't even know how to care for yourself. Mm-hmm. Now you got to care for a completely different thing, or a completely different human in that situation. So it's definitely a responsibility that you really can't be prepared for. You just want to, hopefully you at least have the means or the resources and shit. I barely had a job at 19. So
yeah, for sure. And then like during this conversation that was happening, here you go, Malcolm, Lisa, I'm ready. And the sister's like, this bitch nigga.
Right.
Malcolm,
I'm glad she gave it to him because he deserved.
Yeah, for sure.
He deserved.
Yeah, so what I like about this actor, I seen him in movies where I enjoyed the role, but then I also see him in movies where I hated his role.
Last?
Yes.
Gotcha.
But I also lust over him a lot, so
yes,
he gotta, whoa. I mean, in this scene, like, I was like, when he opened up that, I said, I don't think I would have whipped him at that moment. I would have been like, why am I doing this again? I would have forgot why I was mad.
Jess, I said it once. I've said it again. Stand up, sister. Stand up.
I had that thought, but it was about Kelly because she was about to follow that when she closed the door. Whenever, because Makai's character Gerald, he came over. I know she weak in the knee.
You had what though?
I was like, she need to stand up.
No, for what?
Why? What part?
What for what? No point. That point. That just part. What point? There's no point.
There's no reason. Just stand up, girl.
There's no reason.
Just stand up.
There's no reason for her to stand up.
Stand up at what part? When he came over to the house?
When he was standing, he left. Yeah, she was weak in the knees. She was
trying to fake me tough too. Continue.
Because when he just pulled her in, I said, yeah. Knees would have been shaking like a motherfucker. I'd have been like,
I was like, stand up.
Nah, I wouldn't.
Jesus.
Because when she was like, I'll book your flight. When he said, I can do my own. Come on.
You just needed the invite, my God.
It's not that easy. These movies make it seem like it's that easy. It's not.
It is that easy.
It's not.
It is that easy.
It's not.
It is that easy.
It's not.
It is. But niggas play. I will say niggas do play, but it literally is.
Niggas is remedial. They don't even know how to read the instructions of how to play the game.
I'm literally a nigga. Like, what are you talking about?
I'm just on my experience. Because all of y'all is different.
We is. So all women is too.
So some of y'all niggas is remedial.
So if somebody give you the invite, you getting on the flight?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course.
Okay. I ain't gonna lie, somebody in there, I'm like, all right,
trying to kill me?
Listen, Krista, who is you? Like, what city?
Why you want me over there?
Why y'all acting like this job? But y'all done already gave.
Because people crack. You said what?
You already gave up the draws. Why you acting like this?
Nope. If we was Kelly,
he ain't got to stay with you. You can just come out to the city, find somewhere else to go.
Don't let do that shit. All right. Anyway, back to the movie.
Triggering.
Yeah.
I'm triggered.
Holiday season. But so Lisa takes Malcolm to the airport. Ooh. So this scene was kind of triggering to me because she was just the way that he was just like, bills don't pay themselves. It's the holiday season, but we got things we need to pay for. You're not doing nothing. Paraphrasing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and she just like, what do you mean, Malcolm? Like, I take care of our kids. I do all this. And I was like, see, that's why you can't give him all the power, sis. Because he probably just like, you just chilling. You're not doing nothing. I'm making all this money. And now he on his way to go be with his side bitch.
Yeah, I had a conversation with that at the barbershop. And, that's what the guy was saying as far as you can go get any other women, but I mean, oftentimes some men want a woman that works. In that situation, some men want the woman that don't work, or they can afford the life for her not to work, where she take care of the thing. But I think with on both sides of it, you have to go with what you know, what you understand, and what you respect in that situation. Because although a woman isn't working a job, doing all the household duties, that's a job. But then, because you imagine as a single person, you going home, you having to cook and clean and go to work, and then having to do that shit all over again. Imagine if you had kids into that situation. That nigga, you not doing all that, but she over here basically coddling this nigga. She cutting up the food, she warming this shit up, passing it to him. All this a full-time job fucking with all this. So like, if I never have to go to a job, nigga, I'm working, but then there's some kind of way.
That's true. Crystal, you got anything to add?
I ain't got nothing to add to that one. Although I will say, I didn't like, now I live in LA. So I assumed that the airport that they went to was the LAX. Okay? They got out of that Malcolm Cadillac and walked away from it. Now, them people at the security, they don't play. If you even look like you about to put your car in park, they get the whistle, blowing that whistle and trying to get you out of there. They walked at least a good 30 steps away from it.
It was 16 years ago. Maybe it wasn't as crazy.
Okay, sure.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
Sure.
I don't know.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
16 years ago, niggas were different. I don't know.
I thought Malcolm was wild. He was like, "You are my soulmate. We are partners."
Full of hot
And I'm like, you saying this to her face with the straightest face in the world, and you about to go cheat?
I have to go clean across the country.
That's crazy to me. I'm sitting here like, damn.
I was tripping. I was hoping. I was like,
Hoping what?
he finna go to San Francisco, get a big job.
I know you ain't think that shit.
I was hoping. I was like, please don't this nigga cheat.
You heard that him call that woman baby on
Right. And you saw how she hung up the phone over there like,
I'll
to
see
get
him
that
soon.
nice mother's milk in me. That's what she was saying. That's what she was saying. And you go over here talking about you to my soulmate. I'm sitting here like, Malcolm, you little shit. Like, nah, that was wild. Jason ain't got nothing. Okay. I know you can't defend that.
I'm not defending a nigga no way.
Right, because that shit was wild. But then we have families all back at the house. We got some snacks and they already getting ready for the festivities. And did anything happen prior to when Lisa got back? I can't remember because I know Lisa got back with Duke and
she brought the damn the shooters.
Boogies.
She brought the boogies to the house.
Bring me into the house.
I'm like, Lisa, what you doing?
I mean, you can't fault her for that.
I'm not bringing nobody. I'm not doing that. Even if it was somebody who my sibling went to school with, if they like, oh, he in town, we can follow you over there. No.
It is more modern. You never know what a person's intentions are.
Mm-hmm.
I would have called. Hey, I know these dudes. They looking for you. They can follow me back to the house. Nah, bitch, I don't know them. They trying to kill us.
Right.
Run, bitch. Get some help.
Give him who Q was.
Be safe, my nigga. Be safe.
Just don't come home. Don't come back here. You don't have a home no more, Lisa.
Right. Let me know when they're not with you no more. Then you can come home.
Like she, how did they even know who she was?
I mean, I feel like it's probably their job to know his family.
Just they didn't because they were looking for the house.
Well, to know what they look like. A good bookie, I think. If you gotta threaten somebody,
You know some bookies.
I don't know.
I'm gonna say like how this works.
I just know about the shows.
You was in Chicago too, though,
bookies.
so you might know how it works.
I don't know how it works. I just feel like a good bookie. If you gotta threaten somebody, you know who to go to.
But a bookie is just like a person at the gambling spot, not the mob.
I mean,
They kinda close.
probably were the mob.
Is it?
But you said you was in Chicago, so let me ask this. Was Jesse attacked in Chicago that night by two MAGAs?
Let me tell you something. I found out when y'all found out. Okay? I found out when y'all found out.
Jesse was lying, Lord. But them fools over, and then they beat up damn Q. But then luckily around that time, the police came for Claude.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Claude.
Yeah. That nigga went AWOL.
They found him quick. Because didn't they run out the club?
They did, but I mean, pretty sure
They
had
probably was already
cameras.
looking for him.
They probably had cameras in there and everything. Though.
That's true. Damn, Claude.
And he was in the service.
Yeah, that probably was
system.
like they since because I feel like the reason they was looking for him was because of him being AWOL.
Right.
So they probably want that all.
Yeah. And then now Madeira's pretty much getting all the context of where they went the night before. But she didn't know. So hypothetically, Kelly could have snuck into the house if she didn't. Yeah, without any kind of question. Because Madeira ain't know nothing.
Madeira knew she was sneaking in.
That's because you did that right there, like the door in the kitchen.
No, she got. I think she got through it. Just think, you can see he probably smelled her coming through there. Smelling like sex walking through there.
I mean, the blackening, like that shit get in your mouth. So, for anybody who's seen the blackening, the sex smell get in your mouth. That's just what the movie said. I don't know.
In your mouth. That's little nostrils, but the mouth.
But we know, not fresh off brushing your teeth. But so we got pretty much Duke and Mo took Q and Regina.
Which I don't know why they rode with them. Why didn't they just get in the Cadillac?
Good question.
Q didn't play that right. He knew who them men were.
He didn't.
He didn't play that right at all. Get them away and send their ass home. No, they can't stay here.
Maybe because he probably thought they may have done something to his family since they already knew where his mother lived.
Okay.
So he's probably thinking the safety of like, okay, let me not leave them in the house. Let me keep my eyes on them. But they were sharing.
That's a lot.
Then what's the truth, Jason?
He left them in the house and left. He was going to leave them in the house.
You damn right. Because
he left them in the house.
He didn't care about
them. Them niggas was tucked in.
Right by your mama bed. You know what? That's the one that don't need to come around. Nah, because when you think, that's kind of crazy. Because they could have easily been like, Madeira, tell your son he owes us money. And they could have just attacked her for real.
Cut her leg off and sent it to him.
And said, Big Mama vibes.
Big Mama vibes.
Hashtag Big Mama.
Yo, nah, that's damn. So Q was like the trash sibling.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, this is true. But they having a conversation about selling the dry cleaners, and Regina is pretty much telling him like, this can help all of us. Mm-hmm. Here go Mo. Well, whatever money that can help Quentin, he gonna need that. Why are you telling her our business and what we got going on?
Because he should have already told this at some point. He should have already told this conversation.
I guess he did put his sister in a situation to where that could have been very hazardous to her health. But yeah, he ain't shit.
Clearly.
Mm-mm. But then we get context as to why Clyde went AWOL. Crystal, when we find out why, as Quentin is talking to him like trying to be a daddy figure. Mm-hmm. What was your thoughts on this when we found out?
Paul's stupid.
He is.
They marry a lady. Marry her. I don't think you need to go off the loose rails and just dip on the service to get married. I don't know the rules of the military. Do you have to get permission to get married?
I don't know how that works, but I'm pretty sure,
they gotta know
that he probably put in to be out for the holidays. I'm like, nah, we ain't doing it. Like, fuck that. I'm doing it. I'm like, bro, the pussy gonna still be there.
He didn't think about it all the way through.
Because once he did it, what was he gonna do after?
What was you going back to?
He said he was gonna go to jail, but at least Sandy would meet Badir.
Crazy. Why do I have to hold you down? Because you decided to make this terrible decision.
Maybe white women can hold niggas down more than no. Actually, no, that's not true. Because love at the lockup be wild. There'd be a lot of black women on that bitch.
I just don't understand. He didn't come. He didn't. That the plan. It may have been in the script. I don't know. Because once he was going to skip the military, marry her, then what they was going to do? He couldn't live on the military.
You don't want to be dishonored discharged.
Because you couldn't live.
You don't want that.
He couldn't live on the military money no more. So what was he gonna do?
What'd she do for it?
We don't know what her career was.
He couldn't take money from the white folks. They didn't like him.
They didn't like him. So she definitely cut off.
Why did he even marry somebody with a family? You know what? I understand in certain situations, if you don't get along with the other family, that's one thing. But if you don't like me because of my blackness, I just can't do it. Thing, yeah. I just can't do it. Because once I have kids, then what?
What?
Once we have children, you have the kids. I can't have them. But once we have these kids, then what?
Maybe they'll be more accepting.
I'm cool on that. This not gonna be that. My kids gonna be your trial experiment.
Yeah.
Not your first time liking black people. They can't be the first black people that you like.
He was in the service too, so not liking a black person that's in the service. Damn.
Sound like glory. Next question.
All right.
They killed them niggas.
So yeah. Now we got, since Madea pretty much let them know, like, Lisa, or is it Kelly? Kelly needs a cook. Ooh. She was doing some shit concoction.
That's how you knew the house was down bad. Cause she didn't even second guess herself when it just rolled off her tongue. Like Kelly cooked all the time.
But I'm assuming Mel didn't know how to cook. Neither.
Which one was Mel? Lauren. I didn't take her for a cooker. I ain't gonna hold you.
So just Regina.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Mel was in the kitchen with Kelly
messing up the food.
Yeah.
That's the boyfriend reading
the instructions.
You don't like this in the pictures. What kind of pictures in that book?
He didn't look like he was anywhere in the pictures in there.
Maybe she was drawing pictures. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that shit was kind of wild. That shit was wild. But then we pretty much have Regina, Q, and they bring back their sister-in-law. Because we know about Sandy now. Jason, this reveal. With all the family together, except for Claude, because he's in jail, meeting the sister-in-law. What was your thoughts?
Like, who brought the white woman to the cookout? Like,
well, she got married, so I guess she's automatically invited.
That's not how they work.
Oh.
That's not how they work. That's not how that work. But then again, I wouldn't do it. So I couldn't even answer how they work in that situation. Clearly, that's, like you said, that's all he talked about. So she knew a whole bunch about these people, but they don't know shit about this woman. So I don't know if it was, you think it was because he was ashamed that she was white?
Yes, I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I think he wanted to ease them into that.
Yeah.
But he didn't get the choice. He didn't plan none of that out.
He's
really.
not a really
I mean, he was
good
in
planner.
jail. He's been playing jail.
He wasn't in jail the whole
I think he
day.
just wanted to get married. And he was just gonna figure the rest out.
She was in the hotel for 2 full days while he was with his family.
Yeah, you couldn't.
Like that while they was picking out the tree.
We
Get half of the group. Hey y'all, just want to let y'all know I got a wife. Shout out. And she white. Shout out.
Just rip that Band-Aid off.
Just rip it off.
Save the money on the hotel. Be there.
And she was in a nice hotel. So he just didn't.
I don't know how you introduce white people to your black family. I'm sorry.
Hey y'all, this Sandy.
That's it. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah,
The faces gonna be the faces.
Yep.
Okay.
Have you had to introduce a white woman to your family?
Hell no.
Oh,
What about your friend group?
asking.
No.
Damn, okay. What about you, Kristen?
No.
Me either.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly.
I had an accidental meeting, but they wasn't white. They was black. And it was at church. No, that wasn't on accident. It was another one that was on accident.
I've had accidents.
I
Also
can't
wasn't white.
stand those. Yeah, none of my accidents was white.
Yeah, white people like that.
Shout out to y'all though. Y'all let us know what y'all routine is with that. Just in case if somebody wants to try it on for size. Jason, for anybody listening, Jason. So we have Mel talking to Sandy. And of course we find out that she just got married. Parents don't like black folks. Your husband is locked up and all of that stuff. And so we get a brief summary of that. And before that, we have Mel and Kelly get into a fight.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the same we pretty much mentioned earlier when she read her. I mean, we're not fighting in the rain because both of us got perms.
Perms or a good weave.
Ooh, valid. Because that shit went back to normal later on that night. So I'm going to say good weaves.
Yeah.
Shout out to them so you can fight in the damn brain. Well, locks, we ain't got to worry about that shit. Don't matter. Lock game. Sorry, Jason, you're not in that.
No.
It's okay. Jason like, oh, I'll be wavy though. I'll be wavy. But then we come to find out that Regina told Idris Kelpa that Idris's character that Joe is staying with Madea. And so here go Q. Madea, we need to have a conversation. No, you don't, because you don't live here. You don't pay no bills here, so I ain't gotta say nothing to you.
Not a one.
So it's kind of like she was trying not to talk to him about certain things just to keep him from getting upset, which made him think he had some kind of authority. I don't know why he thought that, because you don't. Right. But then he kind of reveals like this is why baby can't talk to you because
That's snitching.
he was dry snitching.
I've been there before.
Oh, on what end of it?
Somebody snitch. I wanted a tattoo. And my sister has a tattoo. And I was like, my mama was like, Crystal, don't put no needle on your skin. I was like, well, Margie did it.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah, that was full on.
You're right. Yeah, I was a good snitch. I got the tattoo though. And 3 more.
Did your sister get mad at you?
I don't know what she got. Actually, I didn't ask.
So
I just knew I got the green light. I was gonna do it anyway. But since my sister had did it, my mama was like, her tone changed.
Let's see. Remember in the beginning, she wanted to be the little sister, want to look out for her, let her do it, let her fly, eagle fly, but she snitched. Nah.
Cause I knew how to
be on their ass. Be on their ass.
It's kind of fucked up, Crystal.
She'll be okay. It'll be a character.
And it'll be a character for you, little sister.
He says.
I was the one that got tattooed, so if it was like somebody snitching on me, like, look, all right, I'm here. I'll be that one. And I'm the little sister. You can snitch on me. It's okay.
See, if it was reversed, she definitely could have snitched on me. Because I wouldn't hide the tattoos.
And you would have been mad if she snitched?
I would have been showing them off. Like I do now.
Right, because that's why we got them. Show them shits off. And then you get compliments from family. Like, oh, that's a nice tattoo. I know. Niggas. Did you bring a drink? No, you ain't getting my bottle. Not saying that's I'm not that family member, but I know how that is. But and then we have, let's see what we had. So we have Baby and Madeira talking. Did Chris Brown sell you on the scene? When he was talking to Madeira, he was like, Mom, I want to sing.
Can I pass to Crystal? Crystal?
You was like, shit, I ain't never seen Jason pass it. Okay.
You was in unison with this. So what do you think?
I just enjoyed the scene. I think it was Baby coming into his adulthood, even though he kind of already felt grown. He was finding his wings to fly and not be under her thumb anymore. So I was proud of him. And then on the mama end of it, I feel like none of her kids really checked her before or like talked back, essentially.
Right.
So that was probably something new for her. But whenever he brought up Joe, she was like, now what you're not going to do? You're not going to talk bad about him. Now, was that him? Was it him?
That was with
or was it
Q?
Yeah.
Quinn,
okay.
He was trying to
just kidding. I did like that moment too because she stood up for her man. I respected it because at some point he has to grow up and be his own person. He can't be under his mother's rule and thumb his entire life.
Right.
So he won't be happy.
Right. Because he'll be miserable because like if that's something that he wants to do, I can't not do what I love just to keep you from thinking I'm gonna leave you. Right.
Mm-hmm. So I like how he brought it back. He put it back in a relevancy to her, and he was saying just how it's like you resent to a certain extent, like you resent Joe.
Senior.
Well, resent Senior is why I feel like you can't move on with Joe or the way it needs to be in that situation. And now you mentioned he didn't. Did Joe ever try to engage with him? I feel like he has, because I feel like Joe, that's what Joe wanted. That's what he wanted to do in that situation. But I feel like Mama was just like, nah, which I feel like that was a scene or something that was removed. They didn't talk about enough because it seemed like they was divorced or what. They brought up she had a letter from him. So she was still in communication with him, or at least he was in communication with her. But there was just no more, nothing was, within that.
Yeah. But I think they was, because I remember I don't know if it was a nanny. I don't know if it was too old for them to have a nanny, but she was like, you need to tell the kids about the divorce. She was like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to upset anybody. I'm like, didn't Senior leave before Baby, like right after Baby got born? So Senior been gone for 15 years. How are you married to somebody who is not even there for 15 years, but you got your other dude in the house?
My parents are married.
Somebody living in the house? Is there a Joe?
I have a brother that's like damn near 13.
So it's okay. So it was a Joe-ish around. Okay.
I don't know about none of that. I don't know if that was your wish. I don't know, but you know, it's been at least them separated a lot longer than the years they was together. That's all I can say. So I don't know about none of that. I just know this is real. It's real in the black households. Get that damn divorce. I don't know what the fuck y'all be doing to hold on to the situation, what y'all think gonna happen or not happen. Get divorced. Go y'all fucking separate ways. Y'all love to put that shit on somebody, tell people to move on with their life, but you bitches ain't did it.
We don't mean to call y'all bitches.
I call you bitches heavy because I meant what I said, and I said what the fuck I meant.
It's just because we don't know your name.
I know your name.
This guy. Ooh, he gonna go down on it.
Please be sure to like, subscribe, though. We appreciate y'all.
Get the divorce separated. Or don't tell me to do it. It's easy. Just shut
You
the
need to
fuck
get a
up.
divorce?
No. I don't.
Okay.
I've never been married.
Yet. But yeah. So Chris. Okay, so let me ask, which scene's more impactful? This scene with Chris Brown or Michael B. Jordan in Creed 3?
Yikes.
We here. Not you taking a sip.
I'm gonna take. I mean, if I'm gonna take one, I'm gonna take Chris Brown scene over Michael B. Jordan.
You not letting Michael B. beat nobody.
Because him, he beating himself up. Outside, like I said, him, like I don't. It's something about the crying that I didn't like. At least in the situation with not Joe, but Chris speaking, it made sense. He at least put his mom in her place because that was. I mean, it was a real situation. Like I get it, like, but he told him like I love you and I love you too much to just dip or to leave or just to go. I'm not doing that, and I'm not going to do that to you. I just want to live the life I want to live. Like I want to be able to do what I want to do. I want to enjoy things. And shit, he still wants to live at the house. That nigga was he was good in his room inside the house. He just wanted freedom. He just wanted to do what he wanted to do.
Right. No, yeah, for sure. Definitely get that. And then we have Gerald comes over and speaks to Kelly. And he been peeping her out.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna let you get to your point.
Nah, what you?
No.
This your favorite scene?
It was so cute.
Peeping her out.
It was so cute.
Since they was
because he was like, I saw this little skinny leg girl with her pigtails.
Okay.
He been wanting her. It was cute.
Would you have let him in the house?
Huh?
Would you have let him in the house if he gave you that memory?
I don't be letting folks in my mama's house.
Oh, that's valid.
Mm-mm.
Even if y'all,
I don't be letting folks in my mama's house like that.
The night before?
I don't be letting folks in my mama's house like that.
They ain't do nothing. They were just sitting there holding each other. I'm like, damn. So ain't nobody fucked that night because everybody was just holding each other. Mel was just holding
you ain't gotta, I mean, you ain't always gotta.
I ain't gonna lie, like with me. If I do laying down, I'm just like, let me sneak in the room. I'm gonna tell him a joke. I'm just gonna whisper a funny joke in his ear, and I'm gonna go to sleep. Like my best one. Yep, that's me.
And you probably go to sleep like, the fuck was this? The fuck?
You don't laugh and be like, I gotta try again tomorrow.
It was a pussy. No more jokes.
Disrespectful.
What you mean?
Disrespectful.
You just gave me some
Laugh.
I'm gonna drop a good joke. We just lay here, like, just drop a good joke, a good Christmas joke.
What would be your joke?
I don't know. There's something I have something that's like in a whisper in his ear on Christmas night joke. You can't just drop that shit off anytime. Now, is that box in my brain? There's a lot of jokes in there. Yes, but I'll be whispering shit in niggas' ears on Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the next morning.
I came to drop these pennies off like Santa. You want some of these milk and cookies?
This one.
You gotta do it like Bernie Mac.
No.
You gotta. Oh, you said nah, because it's probably because who was doing it in the joke. I was like, milk and cookies. Yo, that might. Yo, you just whisper that in the dude. You like, what the fuck?
You gotta ask him though. You want some milk and cookies?
Well, we got Malcolm back and we get our. Would you consider this scene iconic?
Yes.
No. Ooh, the reaction, no, I love that. Jason was like, hell no. Chris was like,
What do you mean? No.
But I didn't grow up with this, so it didn't stick out for me.
This thing didn't stick out to you?
Nah.
Full naked.
I'm gonna go.
So you get out the shower and you get to slip and slide and get whooped.
Because if I'm saying I don't think it's as important or big as the Blair Underwood and Baby Girl and the Madea movie.
Wait, which iconic?
So
you talking about the truck?
The beat
or the
of
belt?
the belt.
The beating of the belt when she was beating Malcolm when he came out the shower.
Oh yeah, that's iconic.
Oh, let me
That's
ask
not-
this because
no,
you brought this up.
When Blair Underwood, when she threw
With the
she
grits.
threw the grits on Blair
That
Underwood,
was also good.
that's more iconic.
But Almost Christmas at the dinner table.
Woo!
Which one is more out of those three?
Almost Christmas.
Almost Christmas wins for sure.
It
Monique
clears.
clears all of it.
All right, so okay, let me ask you.
She wins.
Out of those three, from 1 to 3, like rate them. You said the most iconic was Almost Christmas.
Almost Christmas.
Almost
This Christmas. What was it up?
Nah.
Grit ball.
Almost Christmas, Grit Ball, and then
Grit ball is not a butter baby.
What is
anymore.
Grit Ball? What is that?
Medea's
That's
family.
what
When she threw the grits on.
She threw the grits on.
Oh, okay, got you.
But
Okay,
they came from Atlanta. If you didn't know.
I did, but now,
You would catch it one day.
but okay, all right.
You know, watch the like.
The fuck?
I am. Hey, I'm gonna add my reaction in too. Let me.
What the fuck?
I'm gonna make sure I put it in at the right time. But okay, I'm not mad at those ratings. Yeah, I would probably Almost Christmas. Why? Because she was like, "You the dumb bitch."
Don't bring this shit out. Make sure she a smart bitch. Man, who you calling it? You! Oh, shout out to Monique.
Nah, yeah,
She can deliver a line, man.
that was good. Okay, because I was like, let me ask y'all which one was more iconic. No, that definitely for sure. But then you also see the sisters apologize to each other,
Mm-hmm.
which I thought was very important because Regina's character was like, "You was right." To her sister was just like, everything that was going on, I'm gonna go ahead and file a divorce. Everything that you said was right, and it's just like, I'm proud of you to where you see that's the unity.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that scene was very important. And then everybody at church.
Oh,
How you feel about this church scene?
it felt like a funeral at first. Like, this is the first time I was watching. I was like, this seems very depressing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I thought somebody had died.
Well, she is birthday. Yep. Oh. But yeah. So, okay. Jason, what about you? This scene of like everybody in church and then baby comes up, he's singing, and Joe introduced him and Madea got up.
Because what was she going to do?
And Joe was like, his mama Madea.
She want to sit his
Sit
ass
your
down.
ass
I mean, I guess it was another way to get Chris Brown some more lines for the movie.
One more scene.
That too.
Yeah, of course.
So I thought it was gonna be a 3-part or a 2-part thing, or 3 actually. All the brothers. I thought it was gonna be a reveal of all the brothers. The brothers singing to them. Columbus pulled in with his commanding officers. Clearly, Joe knows the goddamn LA. How do you know LA?
He said he owed him a favor.
He did.
Or 2.
So then you got him pulling them in there, and I thought Idris was gonna come in, but they're not doing the whole bullshit scene, so he's actually on the train elsewhere. So him making it at the church didn't make sense.
Yeah, it would have been too small.
But him coming through the back, I thought he was gonna come through the back door, and that would have been the thing of them because he don't believe in church or whatnot. That would have been a nice callback to see him come through the church. But it made sense when they did that with them coming together and mom accepting them being able to get into music and still love her or care for her and not leave her. I felt like that was a nice nod.
Okay. And Chris, what did you think about this last dinner scene of all the family together except for Malcolm? He's out of here.
I think it was the family that we deserve to get the entire movie.
Right.
Like the point that they got to was the point that they deserved to be at. So it was a good payoff to see them all together, actually happy, seemingly. The skeletons, for the most part, I assume, are out of the closet, and they can just be a unit, a strong unit.
Right. Yeah, same. And I thought this scene was good because when we have Q come back into the house, he's showing obviously respect to Joe because Joe helped him when he was at the train station. And Joe was like, I got $10,000 right here. Take this and you're done. To where it's just like, damn. So Joe had to do all of that to get respect from Quentin. $10,000.
10 racks. That bitch ass nigga would have been he would have been at the house. As soon as we got
Facts.
fuck nigga, train chicken over with.
You're coming home.
Right. But I thought that
dinner is now.
right. But I thought that scene was dope because you saw them come together, and then Q was like, "This is your spot, Joe." And then when he was just like gave him a toast to him.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it was just like the family was left on a positive note. I don't know how Columbus Short was able to come to this dinner table because I thought he had to go back.
This nigga supposed to go to jail.
It was a lot he was supposed to do.
Yeah, but he with his wifey now.
I guess that favor was a big favor.
But
Joe know where the bodies are.
Because she didn't tell him about the kid. We didn't see that reveal.
She didn't tell him about that baby.
Hopefully, she found out at the dinner table or prior to that.
This Christmas too? Just kidding. I'm kidding.
There could be a this. I can see
I don't
this
need
Christmas
it.
too.
I don't need it.
We don't need
Okay,
it. Let's get another family. Another
They
story.
could do. I mean, it could be something different.
They could.
They did. I mean, y'all enjoyed Best Man. Holiday.
It wasn't originally a Christmas movie.
That's
It
true.
wasn't, man.
That's what
Best
I'm
Man
saying.
Holiday is a Christmas movie.
It is,
This could be a new Christmas movie.
but it was our. I see what you're saying.
And
I'ma
they
let
can-
it rock.
They can allow the kids, the kids that I don't know.
We don't need them kisses.
We don't
I
need
think
them.
they can act.
That little
They-
light skinned girl was off beat as fuck during the Soul Train line. We don't need to see her in nothing
Aside
else.
from-
Everybody can't dance. Everybody can't dance.
Her silent acting wasn't good. It just.
I mean, you can see what Chris Brown doing with music. We see gonna be look like it. You know,
We don't
we
need,
got
we don't need a
Idris.
part two. We
You
do
can
not.
see Idris, Delroy, he's still kicking. Loretta's still kicking. I don't know what Kelly is today. Regina, we know
I
what
think
she
Kelly
is.
should be married.
Lauren should come. Lauren can
This
come
wedding, Kelly getting married to Gerald.
back. This wedding. Okay.
I like that. That
I
could be
like a wedding
dope.
movie.
And it could be Mel and Devin.
Yeah,
Since
that makes
Lauren
sense. She
London
finally
is-
stopped.
Yeah.
She finally stopped.
Oh,
I like
and
that.
it was him. I wouldn't be mad at that. This wedding.
Or
Oh shit.
she already got married because it's been 10 years. That'd be crazy for them to still. Well, it's been 15.
We know how
That'd
niggas
be
are.
crazy.
Graduated.
Some
Nah,
niggas,
no.
some niggas take a while.
Regina get married to somebody new. Or because Kelly should have been married to Gerald if that was a thing.
She should have.
So Regina would be the only one that'll make sense. Or
Or-
Chris.
We don't even know who Chris got. He got
Or
a slew of women.
Kelly and Gerald was dating, but then they stopped because of long distance kind of messed them up.
They seem like they had a lot of money. I don't think that'll happen.
Well, he was a firefighter.
Exactly.
But maybe they could write him out though.
No.
Had a Fahrenheit now. Never mind. Well, no, Ladder 57.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is what you're walking in Phoenix. That movie.
It got dark. I went dark.
See what you
Always go dark.
It's tracks. I'm
It's-
learning
it's,
this.
it's not left.
I'm
It's
picking
just-
up what
It's not
you-
even left.
you're
It's
right.
just dark.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But that concludes this Christmas. Jason, I'm gonna go to you first since this was your first time watching. Was it good though?
It was. It was an entertaining watch. Definitely entertaining. I don't know. Something with the family Christmas movies. I'm not I'm not running to them. Like some people look for holiday movies. Like they
Mhm.
they run. I'm not looking for it. You know, Friday After Next, Home Alone, stuff like that. Like it's not necessarily about a whole family, even though it is about family at the same exact time. If you really think about it, but it's really about just nonsense going on
Yes.
around the different holidays. I think that's more my speed, more my bag in that. So, but yeah, no, it was definitely entertaining. Almost Christmas. That was about family, but it was chaos through the entire movie. So I loved it. I think that's why I love it a lot. But
Okay. Not mad at that. Crystal, was it good though?
Absolutely. And I'm gonna watch it every time it come on
Yep.
and say all the lines and sing all the songs.
There you go. And I would also say, yes, it was good. So, was it good though? Yes. Link of Thrones. A few
I
was
just
dropped.
pulled mine up.
Who you got, Crystal?
My Link of Thrones, since I have talked about him twice now, he is the man's man to me. Delroy Lindo. Yep.
Mhm.
And I'm going to go with Unprisoned. He plays Kerry Washington's father in that series. Great series. Go check it out.
And they have a Soul Train line in there.
They
Clearly,
do have a soldier.
There's
He's
another-
always dancing. The
and
Five
another-
Bloods.
The Five Bloods. He dancing there too. They were like to get down.
He wasn't dancing in the Harder They Fall. He was shooting niggas
That's a
though.
little different. That's a little different.
He was dancing with guns.
Jason, who you got?
I'm gonna go with Brandon T. Jackson from Lottery Ticket.
Nice movie. All right. Okay. Well, I'm going to go with Queen Mother Loretta Devine. She was in Waiting to Exhale.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Yeah.
Shoot.
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 But
All the things
I was waiting for you to hit.
Oh, you like for me?
oh, now somebody else. You waiting for somebody else to jump in when you getting earlier. See how that?
It made more sense if you jumped in after I was already.
The
going.
one we did earlier made
I
a
looked
whole
at
lot
her.
of sense.
I looked at her for her to join in.
All right.
My bad, you know.
What?
My bad.
Thank you.
I don't know if we had any people's thoughts. I didn't have any.
I did actually, but phone over there. Had quite a few people. Some people said it was their favorite. They loved the movie. Somebody said it was okay, but it's not almost Christmas. And I think someone said that the best, I forgot what it was, but Nelson said something wild. I forgot what the fuck he said. He said something else was the best Christmas. I was like, nigga, what?
It's probably something that dealt with a booty hole.
Oh,
It didn't. It didn't.
And it was from Nelson?
It was from Nelson.
Christmas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, I believe it. I feel like if there was a female Grinch, Nelson would jump in her DMs like, what it smell like? Tell me I'm lying. Jason, go ahead.
I'm I don't know how he talks now. I would assume it was better. He don't talk, no? I don't know. He don't talk to me like that. So I don't have to worry about booty hole questions.
No, I'm just, we was in a chat together.
I mean, it's been a moment. I think he's getting better with that.
Oh, finally going at rehab. Amen.
You know?
I don't know the young fella.
It's okay. Shout out to
You do,
Nelson.
but you don't.
I mean, yes.
But yeah, was there anything else y'all wanted to add for this episode?
No. Happy New Year. I think that's all I got in that one. Be careful, be safe. It's a holiday season. Hopefully you're not seasonal depression is real. Mind your mentals, your emotional state. If you have family, get with your family. If you don't have an immediate, create one that you can get with or you can partner with. But
When you said create one, I'm like, whoa, fuck them kids. Don't create no family.
well, I didn't say create kids. I mean create a family. You don't have your family. It doesn't have to come from your mother or your grandmother to be family.
When you said create one, I was just like, all right. I saw that meme where it's like, shout out to not having to buy Huggies this year.
I never seen that, but
I have.
Yeah, me too. My timelines look the same. Jason, yeah, no, it's not. But yes, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Still subscribe. Glad we were able to do this. Second time this year. Like, yes. We love y'all. Shout out to our little Nicklet.
Yep, shout out to him. This is episode 81.
Yes.
This Christmas. Again, Happy New Year. Be safe. Deuces.
Cheers. Bye.